Good afternoon, everybody. It is Meteorology A2F forecast, guys. Welcome back to the video. Hope you guys are all enjoying your wonderful Friday, guys. It is again finally the weekend now for me, but I do apologize for posting later. I did have some soccer, just a little scrimmage, but I got home like right now. So as you guys can tell by the title, we're gonna be doing two parts today. This is going to be part one. It's going to be on the severe weather from Isaiah, and then part two will be the snow. I just feel like we have to talk about the severe weather now, as we're currently seeing tornado warnings. We're even seeing tornadoes, so we just really need to talk about the severe weather first. I just thought it was more urgent. And we're not really seeing the worst of the snow right now. But again, I want to thank you guys so much for 2,000 subscribers, guys. It really means a lot. I can't believe we actually got there so fast. I am planning on having my shout out video either Saturday or Sunday. Again, I already have all my people. I'm not taking any more names. I have like 20 people, so that's kind of enough. But if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe, guys. Really means a lot when you guys support my channel. We are seeing incredibly strong winds. We are seeing major flash flooding, chances for severe weather up to a moderate risk, which is incredibly rare for the winter. We're seeing tornado warnings, which is very rare as well. For the winter, guys, this is going to bring large hail, even isolated tornadoes, and there's a best chance for wedge tornadoes, and we're seeing multi-celled storms that are going to bring a ton of issues throughout areas in major cities like Fort Worth, Dallas, Tulsa, even Oklahoma City, and it cause major flooding as well. But if you guys are new to the channel, again, be sure to subscribe. Also, be sure to share the channel to any friends or family that you think are going to be in the way of the system. And be sure to hit the post notification icon so as well you get notified when I do the snow part of this system. But without further ado, let's get in this video. Alright, guys, so we're going to be looking at the National Weather for just all of this stuff. But again, we do have we have wind advisories all the way throughout areas near, from Erie, Pennsylvania, down in areas near New Orleans and Alexandria, Louisiana. We have many areas out here in the southeast, many areas in the Ohio Valley, and even South Central. It is going to be very windy in some areas. We can be seeing wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, especially out here in the Midwest and even Ohio Valley. We'll be seeing the strongest winds. But again, we also do have flash flood watches in effect all the way from central Vermont down near Little Rock, and again, the flash flood watches are actually a lot worse, so we're going to be seeing just this flooding coming a lot faster as the soil's still wet. We have Little Rock, Tupelo, Memphis, areas near St. Louis, Jefferson City. Also has Chicago, South Bend, Aurora, Illinois, Springfield, all the way into areas into southern Michigan. Are going to be seeing major flash flooding threats. Again, that's where we'll be seeing a ton of rain. That could be where the worst rain is. In the yellow, we do have a tornado watch or tornado watches in effect for areas near Tulsa, Dallas, and Fort Worth, all the way down in close to central Texas. And we even do have tornado warnings in effect out here into the eastern counties of Oklahoma. We'll actually look about that very soon. And we have severe thunderstorm warnings out here and watches near Austin, Texas. And then we do have winter storm or winter weather advisories all the way out here. This is where we're going to be seeing the major action here for blizzards. Amarillo, Lubbock, Texas, areas as well, Oklahoma City, Lawton, Oklahoma. We have areas near Dodge City, southeastern Colorado, and those advisories go all the way out there into northern Wisconsin. And then we have windstorm warnings. That's where we'll be seeing the most amount of snowfall there near Wichita, Kansas City, I believe Jefferson City's on the flash flood watch, but they're very close in the windstorm warnings. We have north central Missouri, we have Iowa City and Des Moines, and we also have areas out here near Aurora, Illinois. We have Milwaukee. I believe we have Madison, Wisconsin just in the warning. We have Green Bay, Muskegon, Big Rapids, and Lansing as well. And we even have ice storm warnings in effect. Like I said, we're going to be seeing ice as well. That'll be in the next video. Again, this video will be rather long still. It's going to be in great details. And then we have windstorm warnings all the way near Caribou, Maine. And then near Bangor, we do have a windstorm watch. But let's quickly look at where we had these tornado watches. Again, that's actually that's for Gainesville, Texas. So if you know anybody near Gainesville, Texas, be sure to let them know that they are in a tornado warning, and that's where we have the best chance. Again, here is a radar right here. It's definitely gonna be really surprising. And just look at these storms though. They are monster storms. Here you can see just the amount of cells in these areas. We're gonna have a major band to come towards Texas, which is definitely gonna cause a ton of damage. The heaviest rain will be heading near Tulsa and also in far northwestern Arkansas. And then as we look into the As we now look into the Midwest, really, in Ohio Valley, we're going to be seeing some very heavy rain near Paducah, Paducah, Kentucky. Going to start seeing some heavier bands out here heading into downtown Indianapolis. Going to start seeing some heavier rain arriving into Springfield, and even seeing some bands out here all the way in near Erie, and even Pittsburgh will be getting affected. And again, we're seeing these very heavy bands rain as well out here into the South Central. I'm actually starting to see some small little rain showers, but not going to be too bad. But again, this is where we have our strongest band to come out here. That is where we have a tornado warning as well in Oklahoma. And then, of course, we have the strongest band out here near, what was this? I believe it was here for... I forgot what was the city was called. Let me find it again. I actually forgot. So that is for, Gainesville, Texas. So again, also Sherman, Paris, Greenville, Dallas, Fort Worth, are these areas are in threats to watch out for some just tornado action and even hail. And then the next couple hours, we're going to be seeing this very heavy rain here. We have those really strong bands again throughout areas near Tulsa, Oklahoma, Dallas, Fort Worth, even to northwestern Arkansas. We'll be seeing the worst of the severe weather there. And then we'll be seeing this widespread rain all the way out here to the Ohio Valley. We'll start having some very heavy bands already near affecting Tupelo, Jackson, Mississippi. Again, guys, we're not going to be talking about the snow in this video. I just really want to make these videos. I don't want to make another close to 25-minute video. Again, I don't expect you guys really to watch the whole thing. I want you guys to watch all of it so you guys get all the information. So I'm just going to split it up. So both of these videos combined, or both of these videos will be around 15 minutes long, I hope. Hopefully they're not longer. But again, as we get into tomorrow morning, we're going to be seeing some very heavy rain. This severe weather will move a lot more towards the east, affecting many areas near Memphis. And then going to cause some threats as the Mississippi River and Ohio River are already over flood stage. Indianapolis, areas near Fort Wayne, South Bend, even Detroit are going to be seeing incredibly heavy just heavy rain. Again, we'll be seeing the lighter outskirts out there affecting the southeast. By tomorrow, or by Sunday, sorry, we're going to be seeing this very heavy rain moving more to the east. It's going to be affecting a lot of the Ohio Valley now. Charleston, Lexington, and Cleveland, Columbus, even all the way near Asheville, North Carolina, are going to be seeing some very heavy rain. At this point, I don't think it's going to be necessarily really the severe weather. It's going to be more flooding. And then it should be out by Monday. Now we're going to be looking at the GFS radar. Again, that's the new 4:30 update. As for the next 6 hours, we're seeing this very strong band all the way out here near, really, again, Gainesville, Texas, where we have the worst of it out there in Texas. Areas near much of eastern Oklahoma, including northeastern and southeastern Oklahoma, including Tulsa, and even all the way to Kansas City. We'll be seeing the heaviest rainfall of the day, and we'll be seeing these little outskirts out here, just little bands out here. Could be heavy at times, especially near Tupelo, especially as well near Evansville, Indiana, and even some very heavy rain as well for even all the way into Erie, Pennsylvania. So definitely could be some very heavy rain as well. Again, just as we now get into tomorrow, this is when it gets a lot worse. Look at this rain, guys. This is incredibly crazy, though. Like, just look at the amount of rain we're going to be seeing. Little Rock and areas into much of north central Arkansas are just going to be get demolished by the rain, guys. It's just going to have to break it to you. It's going to be like the blizzard conditions of rain. Like, it's going to be very low visibility. It's just, you're not going to be able to see anything. That's how bad this rain is going to be. It's just going to be so heavy, and that's going to go all the way to Chicago to Detroit. It's going to bring in incredibly heavy rain for major cities, which is definitely a threat. As we now get into Sunday, this rain does move a lot more to the east. Now going to be seeing the worst of the severe weather and rain near Lexington, Nashville, Huntsville, Alabama, Birmingham, areas into northern Georgia, and even just having the lighter rain out here for areas into the Midwest. And then we'll be seeing this rain kind of affect the south, or the northeast, all the way from the southeast, just much of the east coast. Really going to be maybe some heaviest rain in little areas in Pennsylvania, near Allentown, upstate New York, and it should be all out by Monday as well. Now we're going to be looking at the NAM3KM model code again. Like I said, we're going to be looking at a ton of stuff as in the next 6 hours. Just look at these bands. These are just monster bands, guys. These reminds me of spring when it comes to tornado season. Going to be seeing incredibly heavy rain, flooding rains, and severe weather as well for Tulsa, And gonna be the worst other again, here we have the worst of severe weather. That's what will have the best chance for tornadoes. Again, we've already seen 2 tornadoes in around these areas, so definitely gonna cause a lot of threat. And this really strong band will head actually near Fort Worth and even Dallas, so that's also a major threat. Again, we're going to be seeing some very heavy rain throughout Tupelo, and going to be even seeing some very strong storms as well into north central Missouri, areas near Springfield, much of Illinois, even out there already into Little Rock. We'll be getting some very heavy rain. As we now get in the next 12 hours, these bands get even worse. Just look at these bands. These are monster bands. Definitely going to cause a ton of issues. This is nothing really to joke about. This is actually a monster system. Very underrated. It's going to be very dangerous as well. It is going to get a lot worse in the overnight hours. It's going to cause a lot of threats for Dallas, a lot of threats throughout eastern Texas, and a lot of threats throughout southeastern Arkansas. These are definitely chances, the best places for tornadoes. Going to be seeing some very heavy rain throughout Lansing, Michigan, areas Detroit, as well near Michigan City, Indiana. Flooding rains likely from Milwaukee and also Chicago. And the worst of the bands coming out here near Houston, areas near Little Rock, as well for south central Missouri. We'll be seeing the worst of this rain, guys. It's just going to bring it just the worst of it. And then as we now get in the next 24 hours, this rain does get a bit better. These bands do kind of calm down just a little bit. Gonna be seeing very heavy rain though near Springfield, Tennessee. Very heavy rain out here into moving towards Montgomery, Alabama, and Mobile. And again, like I said, very heavy rain to affect areas near Buffalo, Cleveland, and even Erie later on into Saturday. And then it will bring some very heavy rain though into like Sunday morning. It will just move out really quickly though, bringing very heavy rain near Knoxville, Atlanta, Georgia, Macon, Georgia, and even all the way into Cleveland, Ohio. We'll be seeing some very heavy rain and should be out again by really late Sunday to early Monday. So let's actually refresh this. And yeah, again, we have 2 tornado reports. That is just north, a couple miles north of Joplin, Missouri, and even have one just south of Tulsa, and that's 2 tornado reports. And we have 12 hail reports, much for kind of just northern Oklahoma, mostly just north central Oklahoma, and we have 1 right next to Gainesville, and then we do have 4 hail reports, and that's again also as well north of Joplin and south of areas near Tulsa. Again, that was for Polk County, Missouri, and Cherokee County, Oklahoma. So if you guys know anybody there in those counties, in those 2 states, please tell them, guys, to just really watch out. And that's actually where we do have a moderate risk and even up to a slight chance. Like I said, guys, we can see tornadoes in a slight chance, and it happens a lot, which is why people think, oh, I'm in a slight chance, I'm not going to see anything. I really need you guys to think about, if you guys are more than a marginal, you guys still have a very good chance for seeing some severe weather. And as long as you have a chance, you can still see a ton of crazy stuff. But again, here is the outlook. And look at this. We have a moderate chance for severe weather in the middle of winter. Like, this is crazy. We do not see this until spring. We only saw this a moderate chance or above on maybe 3 to 4 times during the whole season. So the fact that we're seeing one in winter is just blowing my mind, and this is why this winter has been super duper dangerous with all these severe weather outbreaks. So again, in the marginal, this is going to be the marginal. If you're in the marginal, you're not necessarily going to be seeing really much of severe weather today. It's going to be more of just a very, very heavy rain. That's going to be for around 4 million people for Corpus Christi, Texas, areas near Wichita Falls, Texas, Lawton, Oklahoma, Columbia. We do have Columbia, Missouri, areas near Tupelo, Mississippi as well. Again, that's where we're going to be seeing the very heavy rain today. Then we have a slight chance that's for 10 million people. That's where we get a lot closer to seeing the very severe weather. Oklahoma City, St. Louis, Baton Rouge, Jackson, Mississippi, and Springfield. So again, very, very big cities out here. And that's Springfield, Missouri, not Illinois. And then the enhanced version. And then when we get to the enhanced version, this is when it gets a lot worse. This is where we're seeing very big chances for power outages, strong winds, and especially a chance for tornadoes. Again, that's for around 20 million people. And look at the cities in here. We have Houston, San Antonio, Dallas, Austin, and Fort Worth. One of the biggest cities, or these are like the biggest cities in the South Central. So that's crazy. And we have now 7 million people in the moderate. Yesterday we had around 1 million. We've added a couple million, which is actually crazy. We can't add more people. That is not for Memphis, Tennessee, Plano, Texas, Garland, Texas, Shreveport, Louisiana, and Little Rock. Again, these cities are used to being in the moderate, but not in the winter. Tornado chances are skyrocketing at a 15% chance. Guys, we have tornadoes and sometimes only a 2% chance. Having above a 2% chance is considered very high. I know, thinking 15% chance. Guys, there's a 15% chance for sure for the fact that they're saying there's a pretty big chance for a tornado means that you're really gonna be seeing very bad severe weather. Again, 15% chance is for 1 million people. Those Shreveport, Bossier City, Louisiana, Monroe, Louisiana, Greenville, Mississippi, and Marshall, Texas. That is where we're gonna be seeing the best chance for tornadoes today. And the wind is just crazy. We have a 45% chance for 25 miles for 50 knots or higher, which is crazy. We have a 30% chance for 18 or around even 17 million people for Houston, Dallas, Austin, Fort Worth, and Tulsa. And we have a 45% chance for 7 million for Memphis, Plano, Garland, Shreveport, and Little Rock, all having a very big chance for winds, and then a hail chance is even very high as well with a 30% chance, but that's actually more near San Antonio and Dallas and Austin, even Fort Worth and Arlington. So again, this is just crazy, guys. Now into tomorrow, this is when the severe weather kind of turns more into flooding, but we're still going to be seeing very strong bands out here into the far Gulf Coast, and could just be seeing more flooding throughout the mid-Atlantic and southeast. So we have a marginal for 43 million people. That is crazy. That is for Columbus, Ohio, Memphis, Texas, Baltimore, Maryland, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Washington. Also, I'm the marginal. So again, really my only threat here is flooding. It actually shows a lot less. It actually shows just pure sunny skies on Sunday. No clouds at all. So again, it's kind of weird. Again, it just refreshed now. Now we have, for the slight chance, we have 10 or around 11 million people. That is for Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Tallahassee, Lafayette, Louisiana. That's still major cities as well. And then the enhanced risk, we have up to 12 million people as well. That's for New Orleans, Birmingham, Baton Rouge, Montgomery, and Mobile, even bigger cities in the Gulf Coast and to the South Central and really the southeast. So guys, this is just going to be crazy. We have a 30% chance or above for the severe weather to occur. And last thing we're going to be looking at is the flooding or the amount of rain. Again, this video is actually turning a lot longer than I thought, but as long as, again, it's just better to have these videos separate. I've been trying for the past couple of days. I just haven't had time, and now that it's Friday, I do. But again, just look at all of this rain, all the way from Texas down to all the way up to Maine. We're going to be seeing up to around 2 to 3.5 inches for near Dallas, oh my god, I can't speak. Near Gainesville, Texas, where we have the tornado warning. That can be seen up to 4.5 inches still left to come. We can be seeing up to 3.5 inches left for Shreveport, up to 5 inches left for Little Rock, and much of northern Arkansas. Tulsa can be seeing another 4 inches of rain. Arizona, St. Louis can be seeing another 3.5 inches of rain. In southeastern Missouri, we'll be seeing a ton of rain with up to 5 inches. We'll be seeing a ton of rain as well for southern Illinois, and also to far western Kentucky, we're seeing up to 3 to 5 inches of rain. Could be seeing a ton of rain near Lansing, and also southeastern Michigan can be seeing up to 5 to maybe close to 5.5 inches of rain. Indianapolis, 4 inches of rain, which is crazy for one system. But the Gulf Coast can be seeing around 2 to maybe only 3 inches, which is not too bad. But again, it's still the soil there is still very wet. And then we can be seeing up to 3 inches for upstate New York, and even around less than 2.5 inches for Burlington or for northern Vermont, and also maybe even northern New Hampshire, less than 2 inches. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really hope it helped doing this video separate, and I'll have my snow, the update on the blizzard part of Isaiah really after like shortly. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and bye guys.